Hello and welcome back to the Oakland A's UK YouTube channel and the final instalment in our mini-series looking at the A's free agents to be. We've taken a look at the position players and the relief pitchers, but in this final instalment we'll be looking at two starting pitcher options. It's a pair of Mikes, Mike Fiers and Mike Minor. There are many things we could talk about when it comes to Mike Fiers' time in the green and gold. Most baseball fans would concentrate on his whistleblower role in the Astros sign-stealing scandal, whether they look at it in a good or a bad way. However, for us, we can look at his performances and either think about the bad, in terms of his disgusting cat's tail facial hair experiment, or the very good in his no-hitter that he pitched at the Coliseum. When it comes to his potential future with the A's, perhaps the most important thing is his relative lack of playoff appearances during his time with the club. Although he's done a decent job for us as a back end of the rotation starting pitcher, when the big games have come up, Bob Melvin and the A's front office haven't demonstrated any real faith in him taking the ball. I don't think you can blame the team for that stance either, really. He's generally done a decent enough job for us, but he is what he is. He's a back rotation starter who will do okay for you as an experienced starting pitcher, but he is potentially the sort of guy that you would really want to upgrade on if you want to get out there and retain the AL West Division title. As for Mike Minor, we didn't see too much of him after his late season arrival from the Texas Rangers. He had a few shaky outings too, so some A's fans, including, it has to be said, A's UK's Hannah, were wondering why on earth we traded for him at all, but the A's were looking for some more starting pitcher innings and Minor was available. And to be fair to the A's front office, when you look at the underlying metrics of his performance, he's not as bad as you might first think. Yes, it was only 5 regular season appearances, but when you look at his performance over them, he put up the highest strikeout rate of any A's starting pitcher and also the lowest hits allowed rate of any A's starting pitcher. So he wasn't as bad as perhaps his ERA and other metrics would have you believe. He was really good for the Texas Rangers in 2018 and 2019 after they signed him to a 3-year, $28 million deal. So the pedigree is there, and he's still only 32 years old, so you'd expect him to still have a few good years left in him. Do you think the A's will bring him back as a left-handed option then? You suspect that the free agent market is going to be depressed over this off-season because of all of the COVID-19 disruption, so maybe he'll have to settle for a 1-year deal, maybe something like $5 million with some incentives to back it up. And that wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility for the A's, so perhaps we may not have seen the last of Mike Minor in the green and gold, even if some A's fans would hope that is the case. So there we go. What do you think? Mike Fiers, do you want to see him back or should we move on? Mike Minor, we didn't see a lot of him, but did he do enough to make you think he's worth a punt for 2021? Let us know, as always, in the comments below, and we'll round up all of those comments and then feed them into our A's UK podcast, looking at the off-season ahead with myself, Hannah and Dom.